Hello, my name is Anthony Person. I'll be reading for the role of Arthur de Burgh and Charles Bingley. First up is Arthur de Burgh, a scene 4 with Mary. Ah, there it is, my book.
Oh yes, my copy has the green cover, yours the blue, I think.
The dangers of similar reading habits.
Rare are the moments in life of a library that evoke danger.
Books harbor ideas, and ideas provoke change, and a changing mind is a dangerous thing indeed.
Quite true. I suppose our only safe recount is to abandon the practice of reading altogether.
Oh, Miss Bennet, no, that's absurd.
I agree, Mr. de Burgh.
Our worlds open up to one in a book. In fact, I gain nearly all of my pleasure from
As
books.
do I was
can
merely...
lose myself in their pages entirely.
Mr. de Burgh, I was making a joke. A sorry attempt at one, apparently. Perhaps my sister Lydia is more accurate than I give her credit for. At least when it comes to how to dull of a wit I can be.
Oh, no. I do not mean to be so bold as to contradict your sister, but she's entirely wrong. I would be the duller one by far, and that is to say, I do hope to hear more from you. You are so very full of song.
Sometimes I am, and sometimes I'm full of things much less pretty.
You seem to me enough of prettiness.
I mean my temper. I know I have one, and I have yet to learn how to manage it.
The Beethoven's a good start.
You are wittier than you think, Mr. de Burgh.
I don't know if one can take credit for unconscious wit.
And yet people take credit for things far less compelling.
Shall we find the group, Miss Bennet?
No. I find myself with no appetite at present for food or company.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'll leave you to...
No, I meant specifically the company of my family. They tire me, you see. When I am around them, I find myself struggling to recall who I am, or perhaps I struggle against whom they expect me to be. Or perhaps I am just an intolerant and unkind person who does not deserve companions.
I don't believe that. Perhaps I can serve as your companion for the hour or so.
Certainly.
I am also not one for boisterous gatherings.
You may choose to avoid this family entirely then. You'd be forgiven if you took off running now.
I am rather intrigued by a family such as yours. I was the only child to my parents. My father was immensely fond of his brother, Sir Louis de Burgh, but if you'll forgive me for speaking ill of one so recently departed, he did not care much for Lady Catherine, so we did not visit often.
It seems she was.
She was wretched.
What must it have been like growing up in a home with no older sisters? And no younger sisters either. They're the squeaky ones. It must have been so peaceful.
I suppose it was. I certainly have no knowledge of sisters, or the female species on the whole. When my parents died, I was just of age to enter Oxford, which is quite filled with men, where I have been ever since. And then the letter from the Rosings arrived, and now my life is strange and tethered.
Tethered? Please forgive the presumption, but you seem like a man with a mind and curiosity and now an estate, all of which seem to encourage a kind of freedom to do anything and be anyone you like. Is that not true?
I cannot confirm its universal truth, but I can tell you that it does not feel free. An estate is a large, empty place. I am now a master of a great house and owner of emptiness. I am a man of 25 and confined by circumstance.
But you're more free than any man I've ever known. You have no family and great fortune.
And I woke up yesterday in a library in Oxford, which is where I want to be. In a few days' time I will be at Rosings. I didn't ask for this, and yet here I sit with rules and traditions and every manner of formality to suddenly uphold. This is not the life of my own choosing, and I cannot conceive how best to get the one I long for back.
But at the very least, you are offered a choice. You have possibility, do you not?
Possibility of what?
Possibility of living a large life, Mr. de Burgh.
But I don't live a large life.
Well, what are you waiting for? I don't mean to offend, but you seem to me to have the vast opportunity at your very fingertips. You, sir, can do anything you want. And you must see how devastating it is for someone like me to hear what you say. I long for the world, and here you are, and here you can have it. Some are not so fortunate to have a choice at all. How dare you not employ the choice you have? Please excuse me.
No, I I simply have never before had that perspective brought to my attention.
I tend to do that, even with people I've only just met. Enjoy the afternoon.